Everyone are waiting for the next major Bitcoin move, and in today's video I am going to show you a couple of different charts showing us a clue about which direction that is going to be for Bitcoin. I will talk about some very important developments that's been happening the last few days, as well as the key levels to watch out for when it comes to Bitcoin and crypto overall. So guys, make sure to stick around from the beginning until the end of this video. Welcome back everybody, my name is Chris, bringing you cryptocurrency videos every day, teaching you how to make money in this market. If you're new to the channel, then make sure to subscribe and activate the bell right now. So first, on the 4-hourly time frame, let's begin here. You can see that since my video yesterday, we have been trying to break through the edge of the orange box here on the 4-hourly time frame. We haven't been able to do so. We've had several candles trying here. Right now we are slightly below it, and if you look at the daily time frame, you can see it even more so clearly. One candle trying to break through it right here, rejection. One candle going inside, but then we had this rejection right here as well. So yes, on the daily, on the 4-hourly time frame, the orange box here proves to be very strong resistance, and of course this is going to continue to be so on the way up. And if you look at the moving averages even, so you can see right here, we are struggling also with the green moving average here, which is the 200-day moving average. But if we can clear these levels, then we are due for some nice pumps towards the upside. Why? Because not only are we clearing these resistance levels, also we will be tapping into some levels in which some shorts have been added. You can see here in between 63,300 up to $64,000. There's a couple of, a few $100 million worth of shorts that are going to be liquidated should we tap into this area. Now on the lower end, we do have some significant levels of longs being liquidated at about 61,600. So that is the levels we need to pay attention to when it comes to potential short and long squeezes. But so far everything is still looking pretty well, and what you can also see is that we're forming a little bit of a W pattern right here. Now this is something I don't usually like in terms of a W pattern coming from an uptrend. So this is an uptrend and then coming down, and then you can see we have this low right here, this low. Actually, let me show you this on another chart. So something like this, right? So we are coming from an uptrend. We went up, and then we had this low right here, this low, and then what typically happens is that when we break through the neckline, so that would be this one right here, we typically see a pop towards the upside. How far is that going to be? Well, it could be something like $67,000 based on the breakout of this W pattern right here. But of course, we need to be watchful for the resistance levels up here. So breaking the neckline, $63,000, and then you have, let me see here, you have 66. Yeah, so I would say a logical point would be for us to come up to 66,700. So call it $67,000 based on the breakout of this trend line right here. So if we break this neckline, very important stuff could happen. But also we do know we have the significant resistance levels on the 2-day chart, which are the orange one and the red one. And these ones are also right now at 64,000 and 65,200. So that is what I am watching right now. And why don't I generally like that a W pattern is being formed after a big uptrend? Because what you typically want to see is you want to see a long downtrend and then the bottom forming like this, and then you break through it, and then you have another pump towards the upside. So I'm just pointing that out. In general, I would have loved to see this being formed after a long downtrend. Now instead the W pattern is being formed after a big uptrend. So we will see, but just know that a lot of people will be trading based off this pattern as well. So yes, this is important to keep track of. And also tonight, the traditional markets are opening up, and we made a new all-time high on the daily time frame on Friday. So this is important. Can we continue this towards the upside? That could be enough fuel for us to break through the W pattern and break through these resistance levels and propel towards the upside, break through the moving average, the green 200-day moving average as well. So things are looking very well right now. There's not a lot of things happening next week. I guess the major one would be on Thursday. You have the European Central Bank interest rate decision, but not anything in particular happening next week in terms of news. Well, one thing that is happening is probably the attack on Iran. So this is definitely something we need to be on the lookout for. And the anticipation right now, the expectation is that they will target state facilities and oil infrastructure. So could that potentially lead into higher oil prices? Could that potentially lead into higher inflation? We will see, guys. But yes, this would be the major thing happening this week, because I don't think, well, they have said that the attack will be quick and it will happen soon. So yeah, definitely this week according to their own words. So we will see about that. Now, something interesting as well is that the Fed, they are still shrinking their balance sheet. So even though they are cutting interest rates, they are shrinking their balance sheet. So they are, taking away liquidity of the market. And this is very unusual for them to cut interest rates and also shrink their balance sheet. Usually it happens the opposite. So you lower interest rate, you increase the balance sheet, you stimulate the economy even more. So what that shows me is that we still have, this is another thing to look forward to. If the Fed at some point pivots and starts to add more to the balance sheet, that is going to be even more stimulus apart from the interest rates being cut as well. And in terms of China, you can see that China, the inflation or the PPI came in yesterday, and it was actually worse than expected, meaning that they have deflation right here. So they will probably stimulate the economy even more. So that will be interesting to watch how the markets are going to react. I wanted to show you this. So in every cycle previously, we have gone above quarters of 75% performance towards the upside. So usually you do see quarters having more than 75% upside. This cycle, we haven't seen that. So this dotted line here is 75% per quarter. We haven't seen us go into it. And you can see that previous cycles, we have gone above even 200% returns per quarter. So Bitcoin really has not performed that well, which we usually see in previous cycles. So I think that, even right now, look at this. I think that this one is going to increase very, very quickly. And I do think that we are going to see maybe not as big of a spike as these ones, but definitely something bigger than these ones right here. That's just my anticipation, or something similar to this at least, where we go above 75%. So we will see about that. I already talked about the liquidations. I wanted to show you this. Bitcoin search volume is at an all-time low, so, or a yearly low at least. So no one is really searching for Bitcoin. What are people searching for? They are searching for the term meme coin. It is anticipated to hit a new all-time high this month. So yeah, the meme coin narrative continues, and this is something that we are taking advantage of, and we need to continue to take advantage of as well. And the election, Donald Trump still has the lead. It's only 23 days left. So 3 weeks left, guys, until the election. Who is going to be good for Bitcoin? Well, Trump has been saying that he's going to be good for crypto in general. But Kamala Harris, they're going to have a more loose monetary policy, printing more money, which is going to inject more money into the system as well. So yes, obviously, I want Donald Trump, because of if he fulfills everything he's been saying about crypto in terms of regulation, in terms of all of these things, then this is going to be huge. And I hope that if he wins, he's not going to forget the crypto bros and forget about us and who actually helped him get the win here. So hopefully that is going to be the case, and we will look forward to a much better regulatory climate in the United States in terms of crypto. Guys, that is what I got for you. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.